Hello, greetings and salutations, and welcome to another edition of Slappy Mac's Toy Stack. I'm Slappy Mac, call me Josh, or Slappy Mac, whichever you'd prefer. Today we're going to discuss the Masters of the Universe Savage, He-Man, and Orko figure. Marvel's Ka-Zar. So, stay tuned. I like, share, subscribe. Looking forward to any comments that I may get. So hold on and we'll get to discussing. So today we have Marvel's Masters of the Universe Revelation Savage He-Man. This includes an Orko figure. Honestly, the Orko was probably the main reason I even bought this figure. I really wanted it. But this Savage He-Man, he kind of reminds me of the Marvel's Ka-Zar of the Savage Land, and I'll probably stick this He-Man figure with my Marvel Legends, and I'll probably have him basically replace the spot of Ka-Zar, which isn't in my mutants shelf. So I don't think Ka-Zar is actually a mutant, but I've always associated him with the mutants because the Savage Land is also associated with the mutants. So art on the box: Savage He-Man, Orko, big burly Savage He-Man. The most powerful primate in the universe. For years, it's assumed that Prince Adam could only call upon the power of Grayskull with using the Sword of Power. But what happened if he did not raise aloft his magic sword instead by the power of Grayskull? The answer: Savage He-Man, a combination of primal rage and all the power in the universe. He-Man tears through eternity on an uncontrolled rampage, leaving his friends hoping that Adam is in there somewhere. Kind of cool. I like that. There's the coming up or already out figures. 30 points of articulation, Masterverse, legalese on the bottom, UPC code. So let's get this bad boy open and see what we can take a look at this guy. Like I said, I wasn't really thoroughly excited about the Savage He-Man figure, but I was looking forward to the Orko figure. The Orko is, I dug honestly, Orko in the Master Revelation was probably the best character in the whole story. I liked how he seemed to be the only one that actually evolved. Teela dropped behind. She fucking lost it. But I liked the Revelations cartoon. I did not like the way they took Teela. She seemed like a whiny brat. I get that they wanted to make the show like more women-centric and oriented, but she shouldn't have thrown a temper tantrum and ran away. I kind of feel like that was like it hurt her image, because Teela in the original cartoon, was genuinely always the tough one. She was always the hardcore, like the fighter, and I feel like they wrecked her character by making her whiny and complaining and "you never told me your secret." I don't know. So here's a spear like that. I like that there's paint apps here. That looks nice. The gray is painted pretty cleanly. I kind of think that they should have sculpted rope that had gone up here, but hey, maybe I'll throw in a couple of my rubber bands that I used for my Thundar conversion, and just kind of wrap them around, and then wrap them around here, and just kind of make it look like it's actually being held on, because the way that looks like it's a stick being held like a rock, basically hovering above a stick, but that's okay. It's a spear. It's simple, not too difficult. The Sword of Power, bent out of the package, of course, because they're always bent out of the package. A little hot water. Honestly, generally, I don't even do hot water. I just kind of like try to do like a flex, get them to force back, and that generally works. Sometimes I've used hot water to loosen up joints and knees. Sword of Power, looking pretty good. I like the brown handle. That's nice. It's funny that the hilts of the Swords of Power for these figures are disproportionately small compared to the sword, the hilts from the Origins. Like, the Origins seem wider and taller, but that's okay. I actually kind of like this. This is a pretty sweet sword. I don't know what I'll do with it, because, again, this He-Man will not be using the Sword of Power. He's going to be probably using a spear, because he's Ka-Zar and not Savage He-Man. Axe. This is kind of cool. Like that. Rough looking, beat up. That's a pretty sweet looking axe. Really good. They did a really good sculpting job on this. Look at the details here. And then, and oh, I just noticed, and there's like silvery paint apps on it that make it glitter and shine a little bit. It's looking pretty good. I like that. Again, brown handle. That's kind of cool. But yeah, I like that. That's a nice looking axe. I like the dents, the creases, the cracks, the scrapes on it. Looks like it's been to battle for sure. That's cool. All right, let's pull out Savage He-Man. Savage He-Man is the typical Origin, or not Origins, but typical Revelation sculpt. So a little bit of tilt on the head, not a lot of up and down. I think that's because they wanted the hair, but they also jutted his neck forward, so that kind of looks a little strange. I'll probably stand him up a little straighter. I don't understand, like, they go all out on these browns in here and the browns in here, but they don't put any paint apps on his face. So this looks out of place compared to that, but that's okay. That's okay. Some bare feet, dirty looking bare feet. Arms go completely around. Ooh, heard a pop there. Yeah, the problem with these figures too is that they loosen up. Mattel has always been pretty bad about how figures like get loose and get like where they. There we go. There's that elbow bend. This elbow's. It would go past. Well, it does kind of go past 90 degrees, but yeah, the bottom hinge was a little difficult, but I got it loosened. Up and downs on the hands. Up and down on the hands with wrist twist. Again, same thing with the elbows. Yeah. Ugh, and look at that. Look at how dirty looking that is. It's just, I don't know. I'm not very happy with the paint apps on this figure. And the problem is that, well, then again, this is about the same price as a common Marvel Legend now, because Marvel Legends are going up to a $30 price point. This was a $30 price point, and this came with two figures. The $30 price point figures for the other, like, because they've got Hero? No, not Hero. King Grayskull. The King Grayskull that's coming out. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a drink. The King Grayskull that they got coming out, he's got a bunch of accessories with him. He's a $30 price point figure, and I believe that he's actually physically larger too. So, ankle tilt, rocker, that's cool. This shin cut is kind of difficult to turn. This one turns easy. This one, woo. That one may have to go underwater, like I said, you know, like sometimes they do. Thigh cut works. Thigh cut works on this one. A little bit of hula hoop action. Nice crunch. I like that. The ab crunch is good. Back is kind of okay. Let's see if he can stand up for himself. Can you stand up for yourself? Well, there he is, standing up for himself. Good stuff. We are going to... So we got the different hands. Whoa! Different hands popped off. So we're gonna take these, pop that bad boy off. The pegs are kind of diminutive in these. They're not as big. but that's okay too. As long as it goes in. Oh, there we go. He uses his gripping hand. That's good. Switch this one. Okay, good stuff. Gripping hands in. Sword of Power. Axe of Whoop-Ass. Because, you know, the axe doesn't actually have a name. I am Savage He-Man. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool. Again, I don't think I'm going to use that. What I think I'm going to do is put this in his hand. Like this. We're going to try to get a very Ka-Zar style pose out of him. So we're going to bend him down. There's a double knee. Wow, the top knee doesn't want to bend. All right. Oh, head popped off. That's okay. Oh, that's a pretty straight hole. I don't know if you can see that. That's kind of weird. Pops right back on though, no big deal. But let's see what kind of... He doesn't even really want to go into a Ka-Zar style pose because he doesn't want to crouch down very much, which is kind of a little bit lame, but okay, I guess. But that's kind of a Ka-Zar-y sort of pose. You know what? Maybe what I'll do is I'll do this, and I'll switch this hand for an open one. And that way, I can put him lower to the ground. Yeah, wow. And this is where the leg proportions and upper body proportions go out of whack because, like we've said, like I think Pixel Dan has been talking about the head proportions and the body proportions. Like, these legs are way too big. Like, you can't bend them down, you can't squat them down, you can't do anything like that because the legs are just freaking huge. Yeah, I think that's as much as I'm going to be able to do with him, unfortunately. Until kind of needs to improve on their articulation a little bit better, I think, definitely. But he's going to go up on my Marvel shelf. Like I said, I'm going to have him be my Ka-Zar representative. So, last but definitely not least is this Orko figure. Let's take a look at it. He's like, oh, now you got buckled in. That's crazy. Yeah, the He-Man figure wasn't snapped in. Alrighty, hands up. Hands up. I'm with Pixel Dan on this too. It's awesome that they gave this Orko a clear base instead of that blue base that he always gets. Arms are posable. They can lift out and up, forward, move backwards. They could probably turn around if Yeah, they can go completely around. A little goofy, but like the hat. Oh, wow, look at the detail. Oh, what's this? A little bobber on there or something. And the little red stone on there. That's cool. I really liked the Orko from that series, and I was like thoroughly disappointed in their use of him. Because Orko was genuinely improved. He became in the Revelations show. He kind of went from being like a goofy to someone who had been around, and he was actually a wizard, and obviously he can stand up for himself because he's got a base. But that is pretty cool. I'm gonna adjust this here a little bit. Sorry for those of you that get seasick. All right, but yeah, this is a pretty sweet figure. I like the way love the way the eyes look. They look like I said, it feels like this figure was the focus of this set, and I like that. I'm happy with that. Love that. Let's see if we can take this off. Yep, this comes off. Okay, so on his base, he has this pin, which allows him to tilt at a body, but this one here also allows for movement here. That's pretty sweet. I like that. So you can put Orko in some dynamic poses as soon as you get the peg back in. Ugh. So you can have him be like jutted forward or leaning forward. This is a pretty sweet figure. To be honest, I would have genuinely paid the $21 for this figure. I'm glad it came with another figure. That's kind of cool. It's nice that they try to balance that stuff out. But this is a nice figure. I like his scarf looks awesome. His cloak looks awesome. Does he have an O underneath there? Nah, that's okay. He doesn't have the O. But we all know who this figure is. I mean, it's Orko. Plain and simple. Really a good looking figure. I kind of dig him. So there's Orko, Savage He-Man, and his weapons. And that's it. So thank you for coming to my channel and watching me discuss my Savage He-Man and Orko little action figures. I appreciate you coming. Again, like, share, subscribe, do all of the YouTube things. Comment. I will respond to comments. I would love to hear from you guys. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you think I should do my videos differently. Tell me like if you like my format now, like the lunchtime format, let me know. My goal is to try to, I really want to build this channel. I'm trying to get out there, trying to get known. Like I said, I'd really like to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can live stream while I'm out in the world at toys and stuff like that. But for now, I'll be making these videos. Thank you. You all have a good day. Peace.